Have you ever wondered why some people are born into wealth and comfort, while others struggle from the very beginning? Why does life seem unfair, giving some everything and others nothing? According to ancient teachings, especially in Buddhism, nothing happens by chance. What we experience in this life is not a random roll of the dice, but the result of causes and effects, what is known as karma. Every joy, every sorrow, every circumstance is the unfolding of seeds planted in the past. If someone lives a life of abundance, perhaps they practiced generosity in a previous life. If another faces hardships, it might be the result of past mistakes or lessons still unlearned. This perspective doesn't blame or judge, it simply explains. Understanding this can shift how we view suffering and success, helping us live with more acceptance, compassion, and a deeper sense of responsibility for our actions, both now and in the future. Karma isn't just about punishment or reward, it's a natural law, like gravity. Whatever energy we send out into the world eventually finds its way back to us. If we plant seeds of kindness, we reap peace. If we sow negativity, we harvest unrest. This law applies not only to actions, but also to our thoughts and intentions. The universe mirrors what we radiate. That's why it's so important to live with awareness. Each choice, no matter how small, shapes our path. When we understand this, we stop blaming others and start taking responsibility for the energy we bring into life. A peaceful life begins with a peaceful mind. But peace doesn't mean the absence of problems. It means remaining calm amidst the storm. Many people search for peace outside, in money, relationships, achievements. Yet true peace starts within. It grows when we slow down, breathe, and stop chasing things that don't nourish our soul. Mindfulness helps us observe our thoughts without being controlled by them. When we live with presence, we realize that most worries are just illusions created by the mind. By choosing peace in each moment, we shape a more balanced life. It's not always easy, especially when life gets messy, but every time we return to stillness, we build inner strength. Peace is not something to find, it's something to remember. It's already inside us, waiting to be nurtured. Every thought we entertain is like a seed planted in the soil of our mind. If we constantly water seeds of worry, fear, or anger, they will grow into suffering. But if we choose to plant seeds of kindness, patience, and gratitude, our inner world transforms. The mind doesn't judge the seeds we plant. It simply nurtures what we feed it. That's why being aware of our inner dialogue is so important. When we repeatedly tell ourselves, "I'm not good enough," or "life is unfair," those beliefs take root and shape our reality. But we can shift this. We can start planting empowering thoughts, like, "I am growing every day," or "There is beauty even in struggle." Over time, these new seeds blossom into strength, resilience, and peace. Life may not change overnight, but our perception will. And when perception changes, so does experience. Remember, we can't control every circumstance, but we can always choose which seeds we water. And in that choice lies our freedom. When we take care of our inner world, our outer world begins to reflect that harmony. Peace doesn't come from changing everything around us. It comes from changing how we relate to it. A calm mind sees clearly, responds wisely, and lives more gently. Just as a clear lake reflects the sky, a still mind reflects truth. This is why meditation, mindfulness, or simply pausing to breathe deeply can be powerful tools. They reconnect us to the present moment, where peace is always available. Life will still bring challenges, but we won't be tossed around by every storm. Instead, we'll become like a tree with deep roots, grounded, steady, and calm even when the winds blow. By nurturing inner stillness, we become more patient, more compassionate, and more in tune with what truly matters. Inner peace isn't a destination. It's a way of being we can choose every day. Every experience in life is a seed we plant. Some seeds grow into joy, others into sorrow, but we always have the power to choose which ones we nurture. If we constantly feed anger, fear, or resentment, those emotions take root and color our world. But when we water the seeds of kindness, understanding, and gratitude, we create an inner garden of peace. It's not about ignoring pain or pretending to be happy all the time. is about recognizing that our thoughts and actions shape our reality. The energy we put into the world, whether loving or harsh, returns to us in some form. That's the essence of karma, not as a punishment, but as a mirror. So if we want a peaceful life, we start by planting peaceful seeds in our thoughts, our words, and our choices. Even a small act of compassion, a moment of mindfulness, or a gentle word can shift our entire path. We don't need to change the whole world, just the way we walk through it. One seed at a time, one breath at a time. That's how we create a life rooted in peace. Life constantly offers us chances to start again. No matter how many mistakes we've made or how far we've strayed, the present moment is always a doorway back to ourselves. We're not defined by our past, we're shaped by what we choose now. Each breath is a new beginning. Each sunrise is a quiet invitation to live with more awareness, more kindness, more purpose. When we learn to forgive ourselves and let go of what we can't change, we free up space to grow. Transformation doesn't need to be loud. Often, it begins in silence, with a simple decision to begin again. There's a quiet strength in those who endure silently, who wake up each day carrying burdens no one sees, yet still choose to move forward with grace. These are the people who have learned that healing isn't always loud. It's often found in the smallest acts of self-care. Getting out of bed, making a cup of tea, taking a deep breath before stepping out into the world. True resilience doesn't need applause. It's built in solitude, shaped by every moment we choose not to give up. We live in a world that celebrates grand gestures and quick results, but life is more about the slow, steady walk through uncertain days. If you're in a season of stillness, of quiet rebuilding, know that you are not behind. You are becoming, and that becoming is sacred. Don't rush your healing. Don't compare your path to someone else's. Trust the rhythm of your own soul. You are allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. The road ahead may be long, but every step you take with intention is a step toward the life you're meant to live. Sometimes what looks like the end is really just the beginning. Life has a way of closing doors we thought we needed, only to lead us to paths we never imagined. It's painful when things fall apart. Relationships, dreams, plans. But in that breaking, something new is trying to be born. Growth often disguises itself as loss. The job you didn't get, the person who left, the opportunity that slipped away, they might all be redirecting you to something better, something more aligned with who you're becoming. When you feel like everything is falling apart, pause, breathe. Trust that the universe is not punishing you, it's positioning you. One day, you'll look back and understand why things had to happen the way they did. Until then, hold on. There's purpose in your pain and meaning in your mess. You're not starting over, you're starting fresh, with more wisdom this time. Happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you choose. It's not hidden in a future goal or a distant dream. It's found in the present moment. True happiness comes from appreciating what you have, not constantly longing for more. Stop waiting for the perfect time, perfect person, or perfect version of yourself to be happy. Start with what you have where you are. Smile more, worry less, celebrate the small wins. Life is made up of ordinary moments, and when you learn to love them, you unlock extraordinary joy. Happiness is here, now, within you. Life is short, unpredictable, and constantly changing. Don't waste time holding grudges, overthinking the past, or fearing the future. What truly matters is how you live this very moment. Be kind to others and to yourself. Speak words that heal, not hurt. Do things that nourish your soul, not just your image. Every day is a new page. You get to choose what kind of story you're writing with your thoughts, actions, and intentions. Will it be a story of fear and regret, or of courage and compassion? Remember, your energy is your legacy. Long after you're gone, people will remember how you made them feel. Choose to leave behind a trail of peace, love, and wisdom. That's the quiet power of living with awareness, of walking gently through life, but leaving a deep impact. You don't need to have everything figured out. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a journey to be lived. Moment by moment, breath by breath. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to simply pause, take a deep breath, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There's strength in letting go, in surrendering your need to control every outcome. When you stop resisting what is, you open yourself to what can be. Life becomes lighter, more graceful. Even in moments of confusion or stillness, your soul is growing. The universe is working behind the scenes in ways you can't always see. So be patient with your journey. The answers will come, not when you force them, but when you are ready to receive them, with a calm heart and an open mind. There's a quiet kind of power in staying present. In a world that constantly pulls your attention toward the next goal, the next task, the next milestone, choosing to be fully here, now is a radical act. When you slow down and become aware of this moment, your breath, your heartbeat, the feeling of the air against your skin, you reconnect with the essence of life itself. You realize that joy isn't something waiting at the finish line. It's hidden in the pauses, in the details, in the in-between. Too often, we chase happiness like it's a destination, but true peace comes from presence. From noticing the way the light spills through your window in the morning, from hearing the laughter of someone you love, from sipping your tea without rushing. This kind of presence doesn't require perfection. It simply asks that you show up with awareness, with intention, with gratitude. Every time you do, you return home to yourself. And that is where your real power lives, not in what you achieve, but in how deeply you live each moment. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It's a shift in perception, a way of seeing life through a softer, wiser lens. When you begin to appreciate what you already have, you stop chasing what you think you're missing. Even in difficult times, there's always something to be grateful for. The breath in your lungs, a kind word from a friend, the chance to try again tomorrow. Gratitude grounds you, pulls you out of your worries and into the richness of the now. It doesn't mean you ignore pain or pretend everything is perfect. It means you recognize that even within hardship, there are moments of light. A warm meal, a lesson learned, a quiet sunset. The more you practice gratitude, the more it rewires your mind to notice beauty. And in doing so, you create a life that feels full even before anything changes. In the quiet moments of life, when the noise fades and distractions fall away, we begin to see the truth that was always there. Peace doesn't come from outside. It begins within. All the teachings, all the stories, all the struggles, they point us back to ourselves, to the seeds we plant in our minds, to the thoughts we nurture, the beliefs we hold, the choices we make each day. The journey toward a peaceful life is not about escaping reality, but embracing it with wisdom. It's about recognizing that our inner world shapes our outer world. When we cultivate kindness, discipline, gratitude, and presence, life responds, not always in the way we expect, but in the way we need. So pause, breathe, reflect. Ask yourself not what the world owes you, but what kind of energy you are offering it. That is where transformation begins. Because in the end, it's not what you have or what you achieve that defines your life. It's who you become in the process. And that is where the true magic happens.